Hey guys, I'm making a video out of my Metal Gear Solid collection. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys and look forward to comment and rate. Long time I haven't do a Metal Gear Solid collection because of my other games, but sure, I'm making an update because I got some brand new games with Metal Gear Solid. Okay, let's get started with the first one. Okay, let me put this through here. Okay, and now let's start. First game, Metal Gear Solid. Bought the game with the Essentials collection. This is the first game of Metal Gear Solid. I got Metal Gear for the NES, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and Snake's Revenge for the NES in my somewhere in my boxes up there in the closet. I will look for them right now, but I'll look them when I have the chance. Okay, for Metal Gear Solid takes care of Shadow Moses in 2005. Liquid, this twin brother, Liquid Snake, is threatening the White House and, making trouble. And Snake has to stop them by putting the PAL codes and all that stuff. But this game is cool. I like it. One of my favorites of the PlayStation. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Metal Gear Solid VR Missions. This is a sequel game for the Metal Gear Solid 1. The game actually is not too bad, but the gameplay is everything in VR. It's like Snake taking training in VR missions before Metal Gear Solid. But the game's actually cool. You wouldn't expect less from a Metal Gear Solid game. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. This is the Essential Collection, so it's the Substance Edition. The game's great, the graphics. You just ride him at the plant level, and you use Snake in the tank level. Actually, it disappointed me a little when I Solid 2 because you didn't use Solid Snake in the whole game. But the game's really cool actually. You use lots of weapons, more gear, more items. The game's cool. I'll give it a 9 out of 10, an 8 out of 10 too. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. This is Metal Gear Solid 3, the Subsistence Edition, because it's the Metal Gear Solid Essentials Collection box. One of the greatest games of Metal Gear Solid is this one, because it's the Cold War, 1964. You use Big Boss. You have a life gauge and a stamina gauge. The stamina gauge drops to 0. You run slow. Your actions are different. You have to eat something to get your stamina up again. The game's great. Some of the characters are in Metal Gear Solid 4. And the game's really great. You got some good stuff, more weapons, more gear. The game's great. If you don't have these games, you should go buy them. They're a pretty good deal. The Essentials Collection, 3 games for $30. It's a great deal. Okay, on to the next game, a final game. Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. The greatest game of Metal Gear Solid of all time. And the only one for the PS3, because Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, when it came first released, it was only released for the Xbox. And then later on, now they took it to the PlayStation 2. But until Metal Gear Solid 4, they haven't taken out and Substance Edition. They hadn't taken out anything that they get. For now, still Guns of the Patriots. I wanted to buy the limited edition PS3 bundle, but fortunately, when I was gonna buy the PS3, all the bundles of Metal Gear Solid 4 were out. I got the game when they bought me the PS3, and the game's a great ending. great graphics, it's actually the perfect game. I don't feel like this is gonna be the final battle for Solid Snake, but I do expect another Metal Gear Solid game, even if it is for the PSP or for the PS3 or for, I don't care which console it is, but they have to make another Metal Gear Solid game, even if it's called different. But for now, this one's the best game of Metal Gear Solid. You know, great graphics, a great gameplay, the nature, everything's great. The game, I give this game really a 10 out of 10. Metal Gear Solid 3, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. But Metal Gear Solid 4 is really 10 out of 10. The game's great. If you have a PS3, go buy this game. You won't waste your money. You'll make a great deal. You will not be disappointed. So, those are my Metal Gear Solid games for now. This is my Metal Gear Solid games. Here's the box, the Essentials collection, when it came, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. And these are my Metal Gear Solid games for now. I need to look for the Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and Snake's Revenge for the NES. Okay, that was my Metal Gear Solid games. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and thanks, and goodbye.